Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Where today guys, we are back on One Piece Bounty Rush to bring you guys another gameplay video. And today's gameplay is going to be on, finally, my 5-star boost 2 Battles on Monsters on Onigashima, Kid and Law. So as you guys saw in the beginning clip right there, I managed to get these guys 5-star by making them run on a treadmill and using character frags and whatnot. And my honest opinion about them is they're very good. I wouldn't say they're the best EX characters in the game, but they are very good. You can definitely fight the meta with these guys. Although you do need a bit of a brain to use them because you can't fight recklessly with them. Because these guys rely on stacking their defense by attacking the enemy. So I do suggest you kind of play it safe for a bit and then you can kind of go crazy. But don't forget though that these guys are runners, so make sure to run around, capture flags. I think you'll see in the gameplay that I kind of be trying to kill everybody with these guys because you kind of do be forgetting that these guys are runners. But I think it's best to go into the skills and traits so that way we know what these guys are capable of. So for male says I'm running Kid and Law middle and Konga middle. Provides me a skill 1 cooldown reduction, speed, dodge cooldown, capture speed, extra stats right here. When we are losing, I increase my damage by 7%. When I capture a treasure, I recover 5% HP. And when my HP is above 70%, I boost capture speed by 8%. Pretty decent stuff, whatnot. Character boost is fully boost 2, as always. Alright, let's move on to skills. So, again, these two are two separate characters, so they both have 2 skills, and total 4 skills, so it's pretty cool. So we'll start with Law. Gamma Knife. Move towards the enemy at a long range and attack them. Pretty much it's a teleporting skill. And when this skill does hit, it reduces their defense by 20% for 20 seconds. This skill has an 18-second cooldown, so you can kind of spam it a bit. It doesn't take long for it to come back. It'd be catching me off guard whenever I fight other kids in Laws because I'd be forgetting how fast it comes back. But that's pretty much it for this skill. Alright. Law's bread and butter, Puncher Willie. This is a mid-range area attack that disregards damage reduction. So if you're fighting a character that relies on damage reduction and whatnot, this skill will ignore that entirely, which is really good. And on top of that, this skill makes Law invincible and it can go through walls. So pretty much it's like a upwards vertical attack. So maps like the Onigashima, if you're on the bridge and do this skill, whoever's below that bridge will get hit by the skill, or vice versa. If you're below the bridge and do this skill, it'll hit whoever's on top of that bridge. So this skill is really good for if you want to catch your opponents off guard and whatnot. This skill has a 39-second cooldown, and that's pretty much it for this skill. Let's move on to kid skills. Punk Vice. This is a long-range multi-hitting area attack with a knockback effect. This skill ignores defense stacks, so like if you're fighting a defender that stack their defense, this skill will just ignore it entirely, which is very good. And on top of that, this skill makes Kid invincible, and it lasts a bit too. Like it's not just like a quick skill, it lasts quite a while. So you can use it to pretty much negate other skills if you don't want to be hit by something. But I don't advise doing that. But there's nothing wrong with doing it. This skill has a 48-second cooldown. It looks long, but when we go into the traits, you'll see that it's not really that bad. Skill 2, Dang Punk, a long-range area attack with a knockback effect, and on top of that, it reduces the enemy's attack by 20% for 20 seconds. This skill has a 26-second cooldown, so you can kind of spam it a bit, just like with Law skill 1, but not really as much. But, you can still kind of spam it, though. Alright, traits. Again, these are 2 separate characters, so they both have their own traits. So here's Kid's traits. When attacking an enemy who is perimeter boosted, increase damage dealt by 30% and get a skill 1 cooldown by 5% each hit. And when attacked by someone who's perimeter boosted, you reduce damage received by 30%. So if you don't know what perimeter boosted means, it pretty much means if they have like an attack buff, defense buff, speed buff, crit buff, stuff like that. If they have that and Kid hits them, he is increasing his damage and getting a skill 1 cooldown, and he's reducing the damage he takes as well. So if you're fighting someone who's perimeter boosted, use Kid. He is a clean counter to them. Alright, Law. Law's traits. When attacking an enemy, a 50% chance to inflict recovery block for 15 seconds. And when your HP is above 50%, remove and nullify status effects inflicted by enemies. And boost the cooldown reduction speed of skill 2 by 50%. So, as you can see with Law, if you're fighting someone who relies on status effects, use Law because he'll just negate it entirely. That is if your HP is above a certain amount, though. Once it's below a certain amount, you can be hit with status effects again, so do be careful. But yeah, though, this is what I mean by you gotta have sort of a brain to use them because you gotta know the situation, know who you're fighting, and switch to the certain character to use it on. But pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it though. Character traits. Pretty much, if you hold down the normal attack button, you switch characters. That's pretty much what this trait is saying right here. Can ignore the enemy and capture the treasure. You know that trait Big Mom has when she's in her runner form. Annoying trait, let me tell you. When your HP is above 70%, you boost capture speed by 50% and reduce damage by 30%. So, it's pretty like a typical runner type trait. When you are capturing a treasure, resist stagger and being down. This trait right here is annoying. Considering the fact that these guys can ignore the enemies and capture the treasure, you can just run up and capture it, and if the defender don't have a knockback effect, you can just, cap it. That is if you can tank their hits, though. Well, speaking of tanking, when attacking an enemy, 100% chance to increase your defense by 3% up to 50%, resets once you're KO. So this is what I mean, you gotta play kind of patient. I advise using Kid because Kid has long-range normals that are multi-hitting. And they hit a lot. They hit I think they hit 9 times, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, you can get your defense stacks up pretty easily with Kid. So, again, use Kid to get your defense stacks up. When dealing damage to an enemy with 70% more of their max HP, increase the cooldown time of their dodge by 50%. I despise this trait. I really don't like this trait. It's one of my least favorite traits in the entire game. It's very cheesy, but it can be very helpful when you are the one using it because it's pretty much like a guaranteed skill hit, pretty much. When attacking an enemy with skill 2, 70% recovery of damage given up to 15,000%. So pretty much what it's saying is whenever 150%, 150k damage, I meant. I hope I said that right. I don't know. But pretty much what this is saying is depending on how much damage your skill 2 does with either Kid or Law, that's how much you get healed by. Of course, it won't be 100% of the damage. It's by a certain amount. So do try to build them towards attack so you can increase the amount of damage you can deal. And, that will be more heals for you. And last trait. When your max HP is reduced, Film Red Shanks, boost your defense by 70% for 10 seconds and you heal by 15%. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. These guys are very good. They are very, very busted. Well, no, I won't say they're completely busted. They're near busted because, again, you can die very easily with these guys. Just be careful who you're fighting against. Make sure you're using the right character for the job, and that's pretty much it. I got some gameplays for you guys. I hope you all do enjoy. If you do, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Without any further ado, let's hop right into the gameplays.
隠したのお前がいなくて俺一人で片付けられた。俺の攻撃が一番効いてただろ。隠しても下がって俺の戦いを眺めてる。断れ。俺の戦いを眺めてる。戦争以来だな。 格下のお前がいなくて俺一人で片付けられる。俺の攻撃が一番効いてただろ。格下を下がってる。俺の戦いを眺めてる。ビビってんのか。ビビってるのか。いい加減にしろ。サイレント。ダムのパンク。パンクバイ真っ二つだ。俺の力を見せてやるよ。ダムのパンク。サイレント。追い打ちをかけるな。格下のお前がいなくて